things off.
All right. Tell me when I'm good though.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do whatever you just do it.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're actually gonna listen to this thing from the top. So originally we just had acoustic and vocal to go with, and today we actually made some changes, especially with the drum part. So Shawnee had a kind of a different idea with the drum groove that I programmed originally. So we just went with that and kind of manipulated it, and now it's kind of sounding like this. So we'll give you a little taste of that, probably in the verse actually. Just go to the verse part. We can get that going. So we start off with some hits here in the verse. That's great. You can stop it there. And then let's cut ahead a little bit to where it fully comes in.
So right now we have like a drum kit, but I say that is the drum, like the big drum.
Yes.
That's how I drum.
Yeah, you can stop. That's good.
Hitting on that beat.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we have a giant drum that we have brought in today, so we're gonna get that going next. And traditional drum, yep. So that'll add some extra power into this as well. Yeah, the drum beat is a couple different layers. So we have 2 samples of kick, and we have a snare. We have some hand claps to beef up the snare hits a little bit. We also did some new acoustic parts today, which are really neat. We can actually solo those if you want to check those out.
Can we see what it sounds like taking out the strumming? So much better.
It is good.
You can fight with me if you want to.
I'll fight with you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know yet. Honestly, I don't know until we hear everything.
Know.
You already know?
I already know, yeah.
All right, I trust you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear that again, just that one part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with some like synth
Yeah.
layers rather than the strumming. And adding an effect maybe to this
Yeah.
acoustic.
Yep, we can add a bit of reverbs and stuff to that.
Okay.
Yep. What else do we got going on in here? So yeah, that's true. We did layer some lots of drums for the ending. The ending was totally made up today, so we weren't sure what we wanted to do, but we ended up bringing that acoustic line back in and letting it kind of go one time through with a nice hit at the end. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. We will definitely be adding the drum as well to that, for sure. What else have we done? We do have some neat guitar stuff in here too, like a little bit of electric stuff with some effects on it that we're gonna kind of mess with later on as well. You can play a little bit of it off the top if you want, just to hear that.
Would you just record it?
Not the one I just recorded, the one that was already there. So this gives it a little bit of an eerie flavor at the beginning. Yeah, so that's all that is. That comes in a few times.
Do these technical components support the overall vibe of the song that you're after?
I think like originally when we first started on the demo, like the main thing we wanted to focus on was having the beginning very airy. So we didn't want too much happening. So what we decided to do was really slowly have this song build up to the end. So yeah, it starts off and we're still kind of experimenting with synth sounds, but the idea is that it's very big and synthy and chordy at the beginning and really focusing on Shawnee's vocal. And we have right off the bat, we're gonna have a cool little message start off, just someone talking, and I think it'll be really neat, so, yeah.
Is there anything you want to say, Shawnee, about like the tempo? Like, is the tempo reminiscent of, is there a rhythm that you're trying to replicate here that connects to the song or something like that?
As As far as the tempo goes, you just try to go with the overall vibe of the song, you know, like that kind of. I don't think there's really any specific inspiration I had in mind. As you know, I didn't think about what I wanted the tempo to be like. It's the overall vibe of the song, what you're saying, how you're saying it. Kind of sets the tempo, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always listening to what you're singing, because sometimes you can, as soon as you go too fast, it's almost like the vocal feels uncomfortable, or same with too slow, and then it's just kind of dragging. So I think we're kind of in the pocket here. We've also talked about possibly speeding it up slightly, so we're gonna see. So we're gonna experiment with that a little bit as well. But
I would like to hear it sped up, like
yeah,
even
absolutely,
like
yeah.
the slightest amount, just to. I think it could be a tad faster, so just to kind of save it from dragging.
Yeah, we can absolutely try that before you start singing, because then we're not have to speed the vocal up later. But
Exactly.
yeah,
The drum to me sounded like a heartbeat or like a powwow.
I always do that. That's always like, and not even knowingly, but that's always my inspiration. Like that, I always like to have a heartbeat in. I find like all my.
I think it
that
suits
tends
the
to
song.
where I lean
Yeah.
towards. I'm always like, go lower, and it always sounds like a heartbeat.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want to talk about the decision to bring in Phil, and you're telling me earlier that was a little bit in opposition to what you originally might have like leaned towards?
Yeah, well, I mean, my initial idea was, so I sang the chorus kind of vocals initially, but I keeping in mind that I wanted youth to sing it as like a big choir type thing, and it's a little bit easier said than done to have that. So I remembered Phil sings amazingly, and we go way back, and I trust him and his skill level, and his energy is great, and he's a great guy, so I know he'll add a really cool flavor and heart to the song. So I'm excited for him to I want to leave it open too. I think in the chorus, like I had that highest part, and I will take it out and give him free range and just see what he comes up with, and I trust him to knock it out of the park. So I'll take my vocal out, and he can do whatever he wants. That was never meant to stay anyways. I was never going to sing that part. It was always meant to be someone else. So there was just for a ghost track, so you kind of know what's going on, or you get the concept. So yeah, we'll see. It could be completely different from what it is right now.
It could
and
be.
I have a feeling it's going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be like a whole different chorus. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully he feels comfortable enough to do that, like I'll talk to him and make sure that he knows that he can do whatever.
By the way, you're the chorus.
By the way, you're writing a chorus. Yeah, exactly. Well, he'll have no trouble with it at all. Yeah. He is a musician and an artist, and I think he'll love doing that. So.
Is there anything, Jill, that you want to add for the process? What's it been like today?
Well, it's been pretty easy so far because you did your pre-production pretty well. Everything's labeled, everything lines up well. So it was basically having a session and then just replacing certain elements or completely redoing them. Like some parts were changed, some parts were just replaced. And it was pretty good because you get an idea of the song before you work on it. Usually when you work with artists, they just come in and play and then you hear it for the first time. But having been able to listen to the song right off the get-go and then just step by step changing out certain elements, it helps me to know what they're going for. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
Pretty much.
True.
True story, yeah.
True.
Anything? Okay, we got it.
Before we start, I'm gonna